What's up guys? Today's video is on the top 5 best paint pens for glass. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So, whether it's price performance or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. In our list, the number 5 product name is Acrylico Markers to write on glass. I have yet to find anything that I could not use these markers on. I have used them on almost everything that I can think of, and they wrote great on all. Unless the surface is wet, you can expect these markers to leave a very clear mark on it. Another thing that I liked a lot about these markers is the way they write. Every stroke is completely opaque, thanks to them using actual acrylic paint instead of ink. This makes every stroke very clear and the colors amazingly vibrant. Even though these markers use acrylic paint, they dry quite fast, similar to dry erase markers. This works well in my favor because I tend to place my wrist in the wrong places when I am drawing. Using quick-drying oil-based markers on glass prevents me from smudging the lines I painstakingly laid down on the surface. Number 4. In our list, the number 4 product name is Arteza Markers to write on glass. The nice thing about using metallic markers like these items from Arteza is that they contrast well against both dark and light backgrounds, while also popping out against black backgrounds. They are also great for when you are drawing on glass and other non-porous surfaces. The ink lays on evenly and is thick enough so it does not run. What I liked about these markers is that they are all-purpose. I use them to draw on all sorts of surfaces, like wood, paper, stones, plastics, mirrors, and plate glass windows. Regardless of where I use these markers, the lines and colors always come out clear and vibrant. I often use these markers to write signs on storefront windows and dry erase board menus, and I can wipe them off using a plain paper towel and all traces of the writings all go away. If the markings have been left on the surface for a bit too long, you can still easily remove them using a bit of rubbing alcohol. Number 3. In our list, the number 3 product name is Chalkola Markers to write on glass. I highly recommend these markers for those who would like to try glass painting. The colors provided by these markers are so bright and vibrant. I even find it enjoyable to use them in creating whimsical designs on clear glass panes and tumblers. You can let your imagination run wild with this set of markers. In case you make a mistake, you can just wipe off the offending mistake and try again. These markers are essentially dry erase markers, so you just need a paper towel to erase the markings. I use a folded-up paper towel to clean up my outlines to make them look like my drawings are printed onto the glass. These markers have a neat feature. You may think that these markers only come with bullet point nibs, but pull it out and you will find that there is a hidden chisel point nib on the other side. You can use the same marker for coloring in spaces and making crisp lines. I use the chisel point for making calligraphy for signs, and they work quite well. Number 2. In our list, the number 2 product name is Quartet Markers to write on glass. These items are specifically for writing on glass boards, but unlike other brands, you can expect them to write a lot clearer. For instance, I have used other black ink dry erase markers and most of them look more like gray. These markers write so clearly that you can see their writings easily from far away. Another simple yet useful feature that I liked is the clear ink tank. You can tell how much ink remains in the pen just by peeking into the transparent body of the marker. Because it uses free-flowing ink, you can easily tell when you need to have another marker ready. Now, even though it writes clearly, it is still quite easy to erase, especially if you use a magnetic whiteboard eraser. Unlike other dry erase markers, which sometimes leave a faint mark after erasing, this marker does not leave any residue behind. Number 1. In our list, the number 1 product name is Vino Markers to write on glass. These markers can write on any kind of surface, even glass. Aside from being made specifically for writing on wine glasses, you can also use them for porcelain and plastics. I haven't had special occasions that required the use of these pens on wine glasses yet, but I used them to write labels on my canned preserves, and the results were great. I am also glad to say that the ink of these markers always lays on evenly, even on slick glass. Aside from the end of each stroke, there are no faded areas in any of the lines that I made. In other words, you do not need to do another pass on the lines you just drew. You can expect every line to be perfectly even every time. The ink also dries in just a couple of seconds. This means that you do not even have enough time to smudge the writing even if you want to. With that, it works well even for wine glasses used for serving red wine or on mugs for hot cocoa or coffee. Thanks for watching our full videos. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and check link the description below.